Morgane, Sven, welcome. You just had a fabulous session on the future of Breakbulk and logistics. How did it go?
It went very well. Yeah, very good insights.
What did you talk about?
My table was about the career progress. So there were very interesting insights from young starters and people who are still doing a master or a PhD. And the main outcome was that, companies are really being challenged on how they implement innovation and how they have support from the management towards young people to progress their career, because if there is a lack of that, young people tend to leave the industry, unfortunately. Yeah.
Unfortunately, but interesting to do something with it right now.
Yes, I hope that people who are in management positions or in recruiting positions in the audience, that they at least learn something from the session. Yeah.
Thank you. Sven, hi. What did you talk about?
We talked about what makes an attractive employer. So we had some big companies at our table. We had MSC present, the Breakbulk manager from MSC, Philip. We had the Chief Human Resources Officer from DEME. And yeah, we tried to figure out what makes them attractive, because they were winners. They are winners in the field of employer branding. DEME, for instance, they won an award for the third time for the best brand. So we asked Hans, what makes you attractive? And he mentioned some core values like authenticity, being innovative, high tech, and also entrepreneurship. Like, it's an engineering company, but still they want to support their personnel in delivering ideas, and working on them so they can develop as an entrepreneur within the company. And this is kind of a value which you would not normally associate with this kind of industry, but apparently there are some changes happening because there's a new generation coming in with different expectations. And one of the things is also the work-life balance. Back in the day, maybe in your case,
Be careful now.
I don't want to speak for you, but back in the day, people were expecting like a fixed pay, or maybe some generally increasing income, then having a car, these kinds of steady concepts. Now, people, like the younger people, they want flexibility. They want to have a career path with different impressions, and they also want a work-life balance, working a day or two from home. These are new concepts which are now being implemented in this industry very recently, and it's changing.
Yeah, absolutely. And the millennials will come into the market, and then Generation Z will come. What do companies have to do in the breakbulk industry to get them on board?
I believe that it's about creating opportunities, really believing in your people, giving them the right knowledge and the opportunity to take additional education. There was an example in our session of a very young potential. He's only in the business for 4 years and he already made it to operations manager. And now he's getting 2 weeks off, so to say, to have additional training, full 2 weeks, supported by his company. So I think that's a really good example of supporting your young potentials and to have a good success in your company.
And to give them maybe a platform to long life learning.
Yes, indeed. Yeah.
Okay, is there one recommendation you want to add for people to come and work in the breakbulk industry?
One recommendation. There's a lot of changes happening, and I represent the company PortXL. We match younger technology companies with larger port companies, and you notice that this startup culture is moving into the logistics space, and there's a lot of things that need to be done. There's the sustainability that we need to really cover. There's an energy transition, and there's a lot of work to be done. It's a somewhat unknown world out at sea, but it's a canvas, and you just have to start painting.
Okay, let's start.
What was said at our table, that companies must show that they are ready for a changing world and for challenges, for this volatility that we are also facing today. and that youngsters are really looking for a company that matches their perspective and their expectations on the future. Like, you should be more sustainable, you should be more innovative, there should be digitalization, you shouldn't be afraid of that, and you should, as a company, give us an answer to that.
Excellent. There's a bright future for the millennials.